I get that right? We were streaming Diablo 4. I bounced the stream, and hopefully that created a new... Let me check to make sure that created a new video. I think it did. We turned the stream off and started it over again. So I'll upload this separately to YouTube, and let's just make sure the volume is good. So we're going to watch this and then react to it as well. I'll be pausing it as needed. So I'm in the... let me make sure I'm in the right category on Twitch. Let's just see if that's working. Starfield, it's got a blank here, so I don't know what that's about. Am I in the right category? Huh? Yeah, it looks like it's good. I'm in the right category and everything, so... if it needs to be a little bit louder.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us today, and welcome to Bethesda Game Studios. You know, we've been so lucky over the decades to make the kind of games that we love here, and that's thanks to all of you. From the Elder Scrolls to Fallout, we love creating these worlds and playing in them just as much as you do. And throughout all that time, we'd often talk about and dream up the space game. What if we could take that feeling of being who you want to be and exploring a new world, but set it in space?
It's a constant theme you're going to hear throughout. Be who you want to be. Go where you want to go. That's what you're going to hear over and over again.
Where you weren't really limited in where you could go or what you could do. And that is Starfield. Obviously, we've come a long way since then with the games we've built, our technology, and all of us here in the studio. We've done so much together, but, well, we've never tried to make a game like this. Today, you'll get to hear from many on the team and see so much of what we think makes our game special. So let's jump in and take a look.
Here we go.
Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years.
In-game footage.
But it's still a Bethesda RPG through and through, where you step into a new world and you get that feeling of unlimited possibilities. But this time, it's not just one world. It's over 1,000 worlds. Because the choice of where to go, it's not ours, it's yours. And it wasn't until now that we had the technology to create it. From the rocks at your feet, to the mountains in the distance, to the people and creatures that live in these worlds.
We're going to constantly compare this to No Man's Sky. Just have no choice. This looks better to me. This looks more realistic than No Man's Sky. That's what it does to me. And the number of, like in No Man's Sky, they could claim there's zillions of worlds, but they all kind of start to be the same. You just go to anywhere and there's kind of the same things that they throw in there. There's a lot of unique worlds in this game, and that may be an advantage for Starfield over No Man's Sky. I don't want to be the guy that keeps comparing two games, but there are a lot of similarities and differences, and we'll highlight those during today's stream.
That isn't just a backdrop. That moon is actually there orbiting the planet. Yes, you can visit it too.
Okay, let's get this out of the way. He said that moon is there. You can go visit it too. Keep in mind, one of the big things in this game that okay, we'll put it like this, that they don't want you to know about. after watching that thing last night is, if you get into your spaceship on this planet here and you want to go to that moon, when you go out into space, it is a cutscene. When you go over to that moon and you tag it and you say, I want to go to this little place on there, to get from space to the surface of that moon, it is a cutscene. You are not going to be lifting off, traversing this atmosphere, going into space, and traversing that atmosphere. That is one of the big, if you want to call it, for me, it's a big negative. But do they do everything else in this game to make up for it? Some people don't care about that. To me, I want to feel like I am a space cowboy. How could you do this, Bethesda? Make it to where there are two worlds, one on the planet and one in space. He just got through saying, here's a planet, it's really there, it's real. Well, the only way to get there is through two cutscenes. Two cutscenes, correct? One to get off this planet and one to go on there. Two cutscenes instead of you doing it yourself.
We realistically simulate the galaxy around you. Our next generation lighting model uses real-time global illumination to light the world based on the type of
procedurally
star
generated
and the makeup of the planet's atmosphere. We also have an all-new animation system.
Some are handcrafted planets and some are procedural.
And of course, you can play it in third person, and you can play it in first person.
Okay, great. This is real in-game footage here. And it's, again, very No Man's Sky feel right now on this. So, definitely. But third person, first person, good. I like first person, to be honest. I think No Man's Sky is all third person. I'm not sure.
We love exploration and rewarding it, but you do explore differently in this game, given its...
Again, survey, fauna, flora, resources, structures, and maybe there's just no other way to do this. So it's going to be very much like No Man's Sky, to be very familiar.
Scale. That usually involves exploring an area you've landed in. You can collect resources, do a mission, and maybe even stumble upon something unexpected.
This has a much more realistic look to me. And again, you know, much more realistic look. If you like FPSs, you know what I mean? I think this, I may end up liking this better than No Man's Sky because it's more, maybe more aggressive in those terms. I don't know yet. And anyone watching this on YouTube, I've got chat going as well. We're streaming this analysis on Twitch, so I'm responding to chat, and you can't see the chat on your screen. No Man's Sky is a first person also. Yeah, I think it is. It's just been so long since I played No Man's Sky. But you can't get away from the comparisons. Maybe you can skip the cutscenes if you're going to space, but you're actually not flying into space. In No Man's Sky, a game made by a small company, you launch into your atmosphere and out into space. But you are not going to do that here. Yeah, now they use NASA as their thing for a lot of stuff, but I already feel like this is more realistic looking than No Man's Sky.
We do love stuff and all of the items allowing you to pick everything up, and you can view all that in your data menu. This is the hub for everything you're doing, from your skills.
So here's your main hub. Certification, skill points, surveyed.
to your ship, your missions, and your inventory.
Then from there you branch into the different things to look at stuff. So that's the main hub, and then you branch in from there. They spend resources in other places. Yeah, exactly, Zell. Exactly. Yeah, and a lot of people are okay with that. I just want to make sure people know, because they didn't tell you in the video yesterday. They didn't tell you that there are cutscenes when you go to a planet or when you leave. They didn't tell you. They made it look like you're flying out into the atmosphere yourself.
Love to pack a ton of detail in every object, from all of your weapons to spacesuits to food. We just obsess over the details, and food. We obsess over food. When you're done exploring, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship.
When you're done with clearing out the mine, you can walk back or fast travel to your ship.
We have companions and crew you can take with you. I left Vasco here back at my ship.
Welcome back, Captain Howard.
And he can even say your name. Let's head out.
Here's your cutscene. Here's your cutscene right here. There's your cutscene.
Our mission was to convey the wonder and majesty of space exploration, to evoke the romance of the golden age of early spaceflight. And we've been referring to this approach as NASA Punk. This means a design language where the tech is advanced, yet still looks grounded and relatable.
For us, it's that contrast. That's where the visual interest is. Obviously the NASA, which is the rigid, hard function over style, and then Punk, which is all about style.
You can see that visual style coming through in your ship. Your ship is your home for you and your crew. And like many of the spaces in our game, it has a slightly retro and analog touch, a bit of lo-fi rather than sci-fi, where everything is well used, worn, and lived in.
Alrighty. What's the plan, Captain?
I kind of like this. I don't like, everyone's talking about FPS. I don't know. Yeah, 16 times the detail. I don't know. I play on PC. I expect games to be incredible. I don't worry about, like, you know, it's all about a function of your PC, how good your PC is.
This is your star map. It starts with the planet.
Okay, this is star map. Like I said, guys, it's not. We're not just watching. We are, like, there'll be a lot of pauses here. Again, you could see a lot of similarities to No Man's Sky in the scans. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I mean, when you're in space, you would, if I made a space game, I would want to be able to scan the planet too. Resources, flora, fauna, showing you the atmosphere, all that kind of stuff.
You're currently on. You can see all of its info and resources. You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations.
You can choose a landing spot or fast travel to known locations. Fast, what does that mean? Choose what is the difference between the two?
Backing out further, you can view all the planets in the system. Obviously, the game is big, and it's here you can see planets that have key locations, missions, or life on them.
Missions.
Versus the many planets that are barren but resource heavy. Zoom out even further to see all the systems in this part of the galaxy. Here, you can plot a course to ones that are light years away. This uses your ship's grav drive to fold space and jump to these systems. And you will need to upgrade your ship and skills if you want to jump to the most distant ones. But for now, we'll plot a course to the Alpha Centauri system, where we can find the city of New Atlantis.
I think once you've, is that all in it? That guy that's doing this? I assume that's just that's part of the cutscene.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. Scan complete. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
Land. Cutscene. 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 Cutscene.
As soon as you land in a city like New Atlantis, your eyes are guided upwards to just these
pretty nice. They did put a lot of work into this stuff.
It's the biggest city we've ever made, not just in size, but also in the amount of custom art, crowds.
This is where we see the difference between this and No Man's Sky.
City is obviously what supports the story. We try and tell as many small stories as possible.
This is a colony war memorial.
It's a few moments of gameplay that make the space feel like it's full of real characters that are going about their day-to-day lives.
It's paralyzing if you really stop and think about it.
Buddy, it's coffee.
It's also where your adventure with Constellation begins.
This is where Starfield does good stuff.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
By the time you meet them, Constellation is sort
always
of
a
seen
British
as this
person.
mythical group. Most people don't even know they exist anymore. They're the last true explorers in the galaxy, and they're trying to find the answers to some of humanity's biggest questions.
The artifacts are so different.
Artifacts, guys,
so
just like every game is the same.
One of them reached out and spoke to you.
Gotta go find those artifacts.
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
This is the MacGuffin.
Oh my god. Look at how it's coming together.
That means there's a set built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
It's definitely an eclectic cast of characters. You've got Sarah Morgan, the ex-soldier and adventurer, now Constellation's leader.
Lost
Mateo,
Ark, yep.
the theologian who believes that there's definitely something else out there. Noel, the gifted scientist and Sarah Morgan's protege. And Walter, a very successful businessman in the settled systems and Constellation's financier.
Anything goes as long as you have the money.
There's also Vlad, the ex-pirate. Sam Coe, the former space cowboy.
We'll be hiring these people.
Barrett.
You know what I hate about these pirates? Completely resistant to my otherwise irresistible charm.
The journey you take with Constellation is just the first of many you'll embark on. The Settled Systems is home to all kinds of different stories,
The
people,
Settled
and
Systems.
adventures for you to uncover.
The United Colonies is where you'll find New Atlantis, the first major human settlement in space. The people who live here value law, discipline, and the legacy of humanity. They consider themselves the true children of Earth.
You ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, even get your UC citizenship?
Procedurally generated.
New Atlantis isn't the only city within the United Colonies. The city of Sidonia on Mars to this day serves as the largest mining facility for the United Colonies. Beyond the United Colonies' reach, you might find yourself in a much more wild and independent coalition of star systems. This is Freestar Collective Space.
Looks a little Fallout 4-ish
The Freestar
there.
Collective is Aquila City.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture.
Diamond City.
A ranger relies on judgment and intuition to do what's best for the people.
Neon started out as a fishing platform, but is now known throughout the settled systems as a pleasure city, where almost
Start to see the
anything
difference
goes.
here,
If you've
like
got
between this and No
morality
Man's Sky.
issues, this definitely isn't the job for you.
Yeah,
You two
alien
hiring
dancers.
The best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Everyone has been chewed up and ground up by Neon. Try not to get yourself killed, all right?
Outside the bounds of civilized space, there are still plenty of unclaimed systems to explore.
Unclaimed?
But these areas are also home to the most
So I get to claim
hostile
them?
factions in the galaxy.
The great serpent hungers. All heathens shall be made dust in time.
A new face. Is this the face of a brave runner here to challenge the Red Mile?
They think the galaxy is theirs. They are wrong. It belongs to the Crimson Fleet. It always has.
In
Warring
Starfield,
factions.
We're pushing our cities and settlements further than we ever have before. It's all there, waiting for you. A slice of humanity's future.
So, ready to get out there?
Throughout the galaxy, there are so many things to see and stories to experience. But the most important story is the one that you tell. I'm the type of person who spends hours in character creation, and I think people are going to be really
spend
excited
minutes in
when they see
character
all of the
creation.
improvements we've made.
One of the biggest overhauls was done through our character generation system.
We scanned a wide range of faces from different age groups and ethnicities, and by mixing and matching all that data, we were able to create highly detailed and diverse characters.
We use that exact system to create all of the characters and NPCs you're going to see in the game. So any character you see almost always is a character you could make yourself.
Hey, come on, come on. Okay, take it easy. You were out cold.
There better be
No
some kind of
physical
in-game
damage.
trade system.
Mentally, the jury's still out.
So I can go grind stuff and trade
You
with
know
the
who
game.
you are? New recruit for Argos Extractors? Ring any bells? Any of this look familiar?
They're doing character creation. I'm gonna let it run. I'll be quick bio break. I'll be right back.
Records. You'll pick from a lineup of 40 presets, and that'll be your starting point. Your journey from there can be as detailed or as quick as you want it to be. This new system has more to offer than ever before.
It's also the simplest character generation system we've ever had. We let the player get as close as possible to make whatever they want. With the various facial morphs you can blend together, the dermesthetic and makeup, blemishes, scars, piercings, teeth settings. It's a lot, but I think it's the most fun to use.
Character creation is more than just how you look. This is also where you start to decide who you want to be. That's where backgrounds come in. Backgrounds give you a bit of backstory and start you out with 3 basic skills.
From chef to Dusty. You know, the crew still has a betting pool about which restaurant critic you must have crossed to wind up here.
What's great about backgrounds is you never know when yours is going to come in handy. You could be in the middle of a fancy restaurant talking to some guy, and suddenly you learn he needs a beast hunter to help track down a monster.
Fine. I probably should stick to professionals anyway, given what happened the last time.
We're also giving you the option to customize your build even further by letting you pick up to 3 traits. Traits are completely optional.
Yeah, here
and they
comes
come
traits.
with their own advantages and disadvantages. You could choose
I'll be spending a lot of time in here on the traits. DNA bars.
Really you. He'll join your crew and he'll give you gifts if you're willing to put up with his constant commentary.
I can't believe I get to stand near you, breathing the same air.
What? I've got to have every molecule.
What the hell?
My favorite trait is kid stuff. You have to pay some credits to support your parents, but they're very sweet and it's really fun to go visit them.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor.
Oh my god!
I came across some hostile zealots in space, but because I had chosen a trait that made me the same religion as them, I was able to get by without any issues.
There's another great one that gives you a damage buff when your health is low, but mercenaries will randomly show up and try to kill you. No matter what you choose, there will be plenty of ways for you to tell your story.
Just want to look at some of the dialogue. There's no reason for us to have a problem, is there? Who knows how long it'll be before you get another offer? Cyber Runner, the trait. Why don't you cut a fellow run a little slack? So the dialogue system is going to be make the game like different depending. It's not going to be the same game for everyone. Star Citizen, yeah, Star Citizen. I can't like Star Citizen. I don't know if I could compare. We're starting to branch off now into like what Bethesda does, which is the RPG elements. We've kind of now moved beyond like some of the No Man's Sky stuff.
And if you want to remove a trait, there are ways to do that too.
What a view! It's a feast for the eyes. Off we go to another adventure.
We'll let you discover that on your own.
Once you've built the perfect character, that's when your journey can really begin. We took what we loved about skills and perks from our previous games and put them together to create an all-new skill system. Each time you level up, you get a skill point, which can be used to unlock or rank up skills.
We know about these systems. I went over this in deep dive videos before for your skills and stuff like that. I like that, where you use something, you get XP for it, then you get skill points, you apply it.
Skills.
Ranks, digipicks to eliminate keys that aren't required to solve the puzzle. So again, we know all this kind of stuff are in their games, so this is coming in here too.
Ranks are unlocked by completing challenges associated with that skill.
Extra life.
Challenges become increased.
Someone in chat says, so are you going to watch character build videos before launch? Are they going to allow you to do character build videos before launch? Perk tier list from Fextra Life. What do you mean by character build videos? You mean actual character building or like something else? Is an Easter egg Elder Scrolls Oblivion? Yeah, there's they're definitely bringing stuff in from other games here too. Yeah, the jetpack I think is going to be like a thing.
Increasingly difficult as you work your way to higher ranks. With our 5 different skill trees and 4 ranks per skill, there's a lot to choose from.
I like the Xenosociology skill because it lets you mind control aliens.
Boost pack out of the gate. I'm boost packing everywhere.
I like maxing out my physical tree so I can get neuro strikes and just punch my way through combat.
Thank God there's melee weapons.
That one's a lot of fun.
Invest in the skills that suit your playstyle.
I'm very much a stealth player, so I'm out there pickpocketing everyone. My favorite part about being stealthy is slowly creeping through vents like you're in a movie and then jumping out and springing on people.
Whenever possible, I like to talk my way through situations.
This area's off limits.
Pussy.
Fine, I'll issue you an access card.
I'm more of a run and gun player. I like doing the death from above thing where I boost pack over guys and I throw landmines at them.
Stealth archer. Yeah, 10. Do we get 10 broken build videos? Broken builds in Starfield coming up. Yeah, these YouTubers are going to be like, this is broken, and then half the thumbnail is his face.
Exploration is a key aspect of all our games. In Starfield, there are full star systems with new life, resources, and adventures. Our team worked hard to strike a balance between fun and realism. We studied data from NASA and a multitude of other sources to help us make the world feel
the worlds
believable.
look beautiful to me.
From the way we approached planetary atmospheres to the way we placed biomes based on the
They
planet's
started
distance
working
from
on
the
this
sun.
a long time ago.
Once we had created
2017?
a world, we could start looking at all the things that make that world fun. When you leave a
How were
planet
they
and
to
head
know
into
that No
space,
Man's Sky was going to do the same thing? Just
you'll
kidding.
be navigating asteroid fields, having chance meetings with interesting strangers, dogfighting in space, and exploring derelict ships.
I like the exploring of derelict ships, but we have that in No Man's Sky too. But anyway.
It's all out there. Ultimately, it's about rewarding your curiosity, because whether it's on the surface of a planet, the alleys of a city, or the vastness of space, you never know what you'll find.
Cutscene. 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 Cutscene.
Space exploration is possible thanks to your ship. Your ship is almost like having another character or home you can make all your own. I think you'll be blown away by the amount of
Now,
stuff
this
you
is
can
something
do.
interesting.
You can
I
buy
can't
a
mine
ship,
asteroids.
I'm sure you can find something you like.
customize and
Look at
upgrade
this.
that ship, and hire a crew to keep it up and running. And it all starts in spaceports. Every spaceport has a ship technician where you can purchase, sell, and modify ships.
Anything I can help you with?
Maybe you start off with a speedy fighter that's perfect for bounty hunting. Then you might round out your ship roster with a hulking space freighter to run cargo missions, or even do a little smuggling. For now, though, we're going to take our starting ship, the Frontier, and make some changes.
Aha.
You can customize and upgrade everything you see here.
This
And
is
you
going to
have
get
two ways
interesting.
to do that.
Yeah, this
You
is
can
pretty
quickly
interesting.
upgrade
I don't know.
individual
You're
systems
going
like
to
your
build
weapons
your
or
own ship
shields,
to look the way you want
or
it to
you
look.
can deep dive and enter the shipbuilder mode. Here you can change anything, from the systems to the look and layout. Adding a new habitat module can give you more room for crew.
More room for,
Adding
so you're
cowling
going to
can
do
change your
its
ship's overall
form and
silhouette.
function.
An improved grav drive allows for longer distance space jumps. You can even fully customize your paint job to get the exact look
You're going to
you
make your
want.
own skins.
The parts you choose to build with don't just affect your ship's stats. They'll also affect what you can do inside your ship. You can have modules for crafting, or for storing and displaying your weapons. Starfield's in-game ship manufacturers bring their own look and feel to every piece of your ship. From living quarters to cargo holds, mess halls, and control rooms.
It's pretty cool. I could see myself spending a lot of time in this
Our
place.
modified Frontier is a practical ship, but with a little creativity, your ship can look like almost anything you want.
It's a bit odd, but one of my favorite ways of customizing ships is I make them look like animals. The HMS Platypus, as I called it, where it had a giant tail to it. And we've done spiders, we've done mechs. So it's
Look at that.
really whatever your imagination is.
Video's coming. Yeah, get those
And
ship
while you can build your
upgrades.
home among the stars the way you want to, you're probably not the only person who will call your ship home.
Ready to lift off when you are, Captain.
Engines ready.
The Frontier is fueled and ready, Captain.
Some of the members of Constellation can join you on your journey. These companions can serve on your crew, and they'll always be there when you travel.
We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Each companion comes with their own valuable skills for your ships and outposts, as well as unique quest lines. Eventually, some friendships might blossom into romance.
I don't know that I've ever really loved anyone except you.
And if you're looking for a little extra help on your ship, you can always hire additional crew at spaceports.
Got any room on your ship for someone like me?
You'll also meet potential crew members out in the world.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock.
Assign crew to your ship or outposts, and their unique skills will affect how they run.
Are you going to be able to connect settlements
And just
together?
like companions,
like in
most crew members can
Fallout
lend a
4?
hand in the field. Take Bosco, for instance.
He's designed around the core basics of a NASA machine.
Please avoid getting shot. You might die.
There's no, like, if
I still
I
want to give it
there's no
almost a humanoid
settlers.
personality, so I elongated the limbs.
Like when I create an
This tends
outpost,
to make it
can I
feel
bring
more
settlers in?
human-like
No, you're just
and
going to
give it a
hire
little
people to come in and
personality.
work.
It is a shame. Exploration requires so much bloodshed.
Using the shipbuilding
This
tools
this
and
video
crew
is going to
selection
create more
features in
questions
Starfield,
than answers.
You'll be able to build and captain the ship of your dreams.
Where's the complexity between, you know, tie-ins between everything?
And now, let's take to the sky.
Cutscene. 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 Oh, or is this cutscene or no cutscene?
We're putting you in the cockpit of your very own spaceship and telling you that you can do pretty much anything. And that is really
I want to
cool
land
for
on that
us as
planet.
developers.
You said I can do
Spaceflight
anything.
Should be exciting and dangerous.
What if I just fly
And
my
you
ship right to the
should feel
planet,
like
right
you're
into
in
the
complete
planet?
Control
What's
every
going to
step of the
happen?
way. We've extended that sense of control to ship combat. It's not about just hitting your triggers to fire your weapons. It's
I
a
don't like
complex
space
dance
combat.
between your
I
piloting
don't.
skills and our power allocation system. Boosting power
Believe
to
it or
your
not, I
engines will
don't.
make your ship faster.
It sounds good, but it just feels floaty.
Powering up the ground drives will shorten the amount of time it takes before you can make a jump. And moving your power to your weapons and shields means you're ready for a fight. You should always be on your toes because you're not alone out there.
I think we are going to mine resources in space.
Unlocking the targeting control system skill will allow you to zero in on specific subsystems of the ship you target. After destroying an enemy ship, you can loot the remains from your cockpit. You can always turn any ship that engages you into scrap.
Yeah, aerodynamics don't
But
matter. You
can
just
also
design
take a
your
more
ship how you
personal
want.
approach by docking with the enemy vessel and boarding their ship.
This part I kind of like.
Once you've taken control of an enemy ship, it's yours. Add it to your fleet and retrieve it at any spaceport. But space is way more than fighting for your life. Just like when you're planetside, there are plenty of sights to see and stops to make on the way to your next adventure. Like these massive star yards. Walk the halls, talk to the crew. Maybe
There's
get
probably
talked
a
into buying
lot
a
of
whole new
things
ship.
these
A civilian
to purchase or something on these.
A proper ship, one worthy of you.
Maybe you'll dock with a gigantic battleship like the UC Vigilance. Or rub elbows with the galaxy's wealthy elite on a cruise ship fit for the stars.
What do you do on this ship, though?
There are plenty of personal encounters to be had as well. You can hail any ship you come across to trade, swap info,
Trade, okay.
or maybe even commit an act of piracy.
Let's do this.
When I'm playing, I generally go crazy. I definitely go like the more piracy routes. I want to take over ships. I'm going to board ships.
Your
I'm
ship
like,
goes
this
to
is now
your
mine.
storage.
I steal all the sandwiches and put them, in my cargo hold that I have specifically for sandwiches. I don't want to play the hero.
When you take over
but
someone
I wanna
else's
go
ship,
out
your
and
ship
just
probably
start
goes to
taking
storage.
things from people as quickly as possible.
Yeah,
Some
it's just
strangers might be
definitely
looking for a little human
it's a single player
connection in the
game.
darkness of
There's a lot of
space.
No Man's Sky in here.
Hello, stranger. I
It's
just
good.
finished cooking up some food.
The game will be great on the PC, I think.
Just pop on by.
Some of the best moments are the ones you discover on your own.
It's going to depend on your computer, probably.
The thing I love most about Starfield is that it is a Bethesda game through and through. It's really about going to strange new places, meeting interesting people, and
Like
getting
that cruise
sidetracked
ship.
on zany adventures.
I go onto that cruise
Then
ship.
realizing
What's
2 hours
there
later
for me?
that you're involved in a completely new story.
Are there, like, missions? Are
We're the
there
only ones to leave Earth.
That DNA is so present here. It's in
something
our
that's going
random
to progress
encounters,
my
it's in our
character?
handcrafted quests. And it feels so cool to play it and just make your own path in this universe. There are over 1,000 planets out there, just waiting for you to visit.
I think outposts are coming up next, which I'm very interested
like
in.
explorers, breaking
Cutscene.
ground on new planets, exploring every inch of a mostly untouched galaxy. We want you to feel hopeful. We want you to feel this sense of awe and wonder, and sometimes a little fear. We're giving you a massive playground and a ton of toys, and just setting you free.
Cutscene. It looks, I mean, the game looks good.
Hey everybody,
Yeah,
we've
steel
shown you
sandwiches.
so much stuff, but we thought we'd just take a little break.
Yeah, you're
and
trying
show
to
you
sell.
something
Now
a
they're
little
trying
bit
to sell
different.
controllers
we
and
put
headsets.
so much detail into our game worlds, and we love the opportunity to bring that into the real world with our collector's
collecting
editions.
sandwiches.
And for this game, we've done a watch. It is the Constellation Explorer's Watch. This is the watch that you
I'm
actually
getting
get
this,
in the game.
by the way.
It acts as part of your HUD, where it's the compass and then environmental information. It connects to your phone to give you notifications and other information. And we've also designed this really cool case that it comes with, Istvan.
That's right, right?
Yeah,
This
we
comes
really
with
took
the
as much
advanced package
care
you
to
buy.
design this case as we did to watch. Our attention to detail in the game totally translates to this. Inspired by the cases that the astronauts used during the Apollo era to bring back samples from the moon. It's got
Because
the
there's
intricate
submoney.
locking mechanism, authentic, heavy, comes with a Constellation patch, NATO strap.
I don't know,
and
Gale, are
the
you buying
overall
this game?
Functionality and believability of this as something that would exist in the world, in the Starfield universe.
Oh, and hey, take this. You'll find it very useful out there, and it even tells the time.
I'll be wearing my
We
watch
actually
every
have
day.
Something else. Now that we're part of Xbox, we get to work with the amazing people on the Xbox hardware team, and together we have created this custom limited edition Starfield controller. It's awesome. It is now, our favorite controller.
We love this because it's inspired by the actual controls of your spaceship.
Oh, Game
And not
Pass.
only that, we've created the first ever
So this is a
custom
separate
headset with
purchase.
Xbox.
I think the
And this
case
is
and the
a
watch
perfect
come
pairing
with the
that controller.
$100 package. Controller and headset, I think, is a separate purchase. I think this game was made for for Xbox. This game is an Xbox game with a port to PC. Because Big Daddy Microsoft owns this company. This is couch co-op. I mean, this is not couch co-op. This is a couch. This is the game. This is a couch game on the big screen.
In every one of our games, we always put so much
They're gonna sell
care
a
into
lot of
all those
consoles
little
because of
details
this.
that breathe life into our worlds. But Starfield isn't just a Bethesda Game Studios world. It's a
Was it on Lord
Bethesda
Shadow?
Game Studios galaxy. So why go this big with Starfield?
Good, there's
we
only
wanna
12
give
minutes
you
left.
Freedom on a galactic level. The freedom to experience both the exciting planets and the quiet ones.
Come on, where's the
Scanning a planet
outpost?
before you land is a great way to get a sneak peek at the available resources
Coming
you
up.
can use for crafting, building, and customizing.
Yep.
I think what's cool about
If you
this
play
whole
No Man's
system that
Sky, a
we
lot of this
generate the
should
planet
feel
itself
good,
as the
familiar
procedural
to you.
content,
See,
but the handcrafted content itself
there should be like
comes as
no
the player
confusion here.
explores.
If you played No Man's Sky,
Our system builds a planet as the player approaches it. We stitch together a block of terrain.
Yeah, there's a
After that, we
procedural
have
generation.
A system that adds interesting locations for the player to explore, creatures to encounter, ore and plants to pick up. It allows us to add that touch of environmental storytelling that Bethesda is known for.
Aggressive
Yeah, we'll see
creatures
about the
have been
modders.
disrupting our experiments. Their habitat isn't far from here. If you could take care of them for us, we would be in your debt.
So even if your friends were to visit the same planet that you had, you would have a different story to tell.
This is the part that gets me hyped about the game, when they show this kind of stuff.
It's completely up to
Shoot
you
and loot.
how you want to interact with each planet. Whether you want to explore and see what you can find, harvest resources and be on your way.
Okay, good.
Or simply take in the views.
Beautiful.
With the help of your scanner, you'll chart the uncharted and discover exotic wildlife.
If you have the skills, you can even figure out that certain creatures and plants, you can build an outpost and produce resources from those plants and animals.
You can produce resources from those plants and animals. There's going to be biodomes, probably farms. So I want to see outposts next.
You can get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets and fully surveying.
You get experience and rewards for fully surveying planets, just like No Man's Sky. So there's a lot of similarities there. Fallout in Space. From what I can see so far, Starfield is a bunch of different things brought into it. You can see some Fallout 4, you see some Skyrim, you see some definitely some No Man's Sky. So there's a lot of influences here into this game. So far, this is probably the third or fourth time I've watched this presentation, which came out yesterday, and I just feel like a lot of this, I feel like I've been here before. You know what I mean? I feel like I've been here before. The space battles, I've been there before. A lot of the scanning, a lot of the stuff, I've been here before. Then the part when they're in the cities, feels like a little bit like, I don't know, Diamond City and Fallout 4, a little bit of Grand Theft Auto. So far, a lot of things feel familiar to me in this game. Nothing that's like this is a whole new thing kind of game. It feels very familiar.
The whole system.
When we were concepting these creatures, we really wanted to think of them as natural to the environment. We didn't want alien monsters. We wanted native wildlife. Something you've never seen before.
When it comes to our exteriors, when the sun moves,
units received
is calculated in real time through the atmosphere. Our biggest goal for lighting with Starfield was to make the game feel more filmic, to use lighting and color to really make
visually,
it feel more
I like
cinematic.
this look. I love this look visually. I could see myself, now the game, like I'm looking at this and I'm like, I could see myself spending thousands of hours, potentially.
After some exploring, you can find a spot to set up a base
Here
camp.
we go.
Outposts can be...
Here is what is this? This is Fallout 76. Or Fallout 76 or the same similar thing in No Man's Sky. You're gonna reserve a spot. And then you can build on that spot. And it's going to be important to me because this is where you're going to set up like land bases and resource generation and power generation. I want to see how big these places can be. How big of an area are reserving? I don't think they cover that.
Built almost anywhere on any planet. And the habitat modules come in all shapes and sizes, filling all different purposes. You can even assign crew and companions to work at your outposts for added bonuses and set up extractors to harvest resources
there we
while
go.
you're away.
Something cool we have this time is...
Now, if you assign your crew to work there, what if I make an outpost on another planet? can I assign a copy of the crew there, or do I hire different people to work there? Or am I only going to have one outpost? What are the resource costs? There's a lot of questions here.
We have a new fly cam where you can toggle between on-foot building, or you can now use a top-down isometric camera, which helps plan out larger parts of the outpost and placing those larger halves. So that way you can really plan your structures and what the overall feel of your outpost.
I'm trying to find, you see over here on the top, you could see the edge of your buildable space outwards from here. You could see the edge right there. You're not getting a gigantic build space. But if you wrap around that in a circle, I mean, it's not terrible. And I don't know if you can extend it like you can in No Man's Sky.
And then when you're on your feet, you can really decorate and fine-tune things much easier.
There's a good image right there. They don't show the border though. But here's here's some of the stuff you can do. Yeah, with the Union, you'll have to negotiate with the Union. Mass Effect Andromeda is a similar system with outposts. Yeah, a lot of games do this, where you can't just, they need an instant, they need a definable place where you put your stuff. Now, in single play, I think it should be different than in group play. In an MMO or whatever, like Fallout 76, they have it to where you reserve a spot or something. Here, I mean, why, look at what you're doing here. Why can't I reserve a place? And I'm thinking of Fallout 4 now, and take that idea to the next level, to where I come to this planet, I put down an outpost, I go to another part of the planet, let's say that's close to resources or something, and I set up another outpost or on a different planet, and then I connect those, and maybe there's stuff moving between the two, like with settlements, and then here you put up a radio tower, and instead of just bringing people into work, you put up the radio tower, and people that are on the planet that are just been living there come to your place and say, hey, do you need help? And then you hire them, just like, and then you're creating a settlement like Fallout 4, and then you connect the settlements. This is a single player game. They can do anything. Right? Do you have that in this game, to where you could build your own empire? Can you build your own empire in this game? Start connecting stuff. Or is it just going to be very, no, we built the game, you operate within the constraints of the game. Here you can build your base, hire people that we are allowing you to hire from your set that you've picked up. You're not going to be having locals come here. You're not going to be connecting settlements. One of the great things on Fallout 4, which I liked, was the settlement connections and stuff like that. And then goods are being moved between settlements. I don't think there's anything like this. Well, that's not overthinking. That's Fallout 4. That is Fallout 4. That's not overthinking. That's stuff from almost 10 years ago in Fallout 4. Outpost defenses. Defense systems at your outpost. If you're going to create an outpost, do you need defense systems because enemies are going to want to attack and take what you have? That's Fallout 4 also. Those ideas are in Fallout 4. Power generation, hydroponics, solar, it looks like solar panels.
Add crafting and research stations in your outpost to utilize any resources you find or already have.
Mod your weapons to adapt them to your playstyle.
I want to build an empire.
Different weapon sights and scopes. Larger magazines. A selection
I
of
want to
grips
build
and
an
barrels.
empire.
Different ammunition like explosive rounds. All you stealth players out there will surely need a suppressor. You can also choose to go hands-on with melee weapons.
I think it's always a delicate balance.
I want to
between,
settle
like, what's
systems
realistic, what's
and
sim,
build an
what's
empire
Hollywood.
throughout the
And I think
galaxy.
we sort of err on the side of like what's fun for the player.
Where is my end game?
With Starfield, we've completely overhauled our combat. It's more dynamic, the animations are more fluid. It just feels great.
We probably have more mods and more weapons in this game than I want to say any other game we've done before. There's a lot of variety.
All I'm talking about is ideas that started in Fallout
Upgraded
4.
gear is just one of the many factors to pay attention to when engaging in combat. You may need to switch things up based on your environment. Gravity is different for each planet, and boost packs are excellent for getting around. And for giving
I should be
you
able
an
to build
edge in
outposts,
combat.
connect outposts, start building an empire,
Sometimes
pick
you'll
up
even
all my
feel like
goods
you're
at
flying.
one place because they've been delivered there. I want to take what they've done, but I want to build
Zero
this.
gravity
I want to
environments
build
pose a
civilization.
different challenge. Firing a ballistic weapon in zero G will actually push you backwards. Energy weapons, on the other hand, offer a more
That would be
stable
part of my
shooting
end game.
experience.
I want to build.
We
I
also
want to
have
take
mag
this
weapons.
their sandbox. I want to
These are
build a
high-powered
galactic
electromagnetic
civilization that's
induction ballistic
running.
arrays. Each barrel has its own targeting laser and can dish out some serious damage. Whether you want to get up close and personal with your own two fists.
Where's that depth? Where
or
is
you like
that
more
depth?
compact weapons like pistols and submachine guns.
I'm talking
Maybe you
ideas
prefer
that
something
started in
bigger.
Fallout 4.
Starfield's got you covered.
That's my biggest concern right now. What's the end game? Man, we're doing real good. I thought this was going to take 2 hours. This is going really, really good. I don't want to spend 8 hours nitpicking on this thing.
Thanks again for being with us today. We are just so grateful that you've taken the time and spent it here. I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game, even more than we could show here.
Well,
you know, as we play it, we're always sharing these unique and special moments that only a game like this can bring.
I don't think this is a
about what makes it
sandbox.
special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection
I think
of
I
the
hit on a
incredible
main
and
problem
passionate
here
team that
that
made
I
it.
like. So
All of
far,
them
I'm seeing
putting something special of themselves
know,
into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way that our final
I want
combination
my
of
end.
all
I
the new
want to
tech has
build
come together
an
to
empire.
create some of the most beautiful
I don't want to just
sunsets
do
and
your own
sunrises we've
like.
ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rock star photos.
How many outposts can I make?
just
Can I
love that
connect them?
constant feel of
Can
discovery and wow, I can't
Can
believe that
Can they
there's more
expand?
here.
Can they become
I'm most
cities
excited
eventually?
about our outpost building systems.
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique guest.
Like this.
Oops.
Today.
What did she say?
Sniper rifles, come on,
Outpost
lever
systems?
action, rocket launcher,
brain sprout.
Biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo.
Wait, did she say...
Like this can bring. When I think about what makes it special, it really is the people here. This game is a reflection of the incredible and passionate team that made it. All of them putting something special of themselves into it. So let's hear some of their favorite moments.
I love the way that our final combination of all the new tech has come together to create some of the most beautiful sunsets and sunrises we've ever had in any of our games.
I love the creatures, the exploration, every biome is different. The word that comes to mind is vast.
I like to use our photo mode to take rock star photos.
I just love that concept.
That's really what you like? You had your one moment here on video to tell what you like the most, and it's to take photos?
Constant feel of discovery and, wow, I can't believe that there's more here.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems.
I'm most excited about our outpost building systems. I need a deeper dive into this. Todd?
My favorite part is every time you step out on a planet, it's a unique experience.
You spend all this time building your ship, and you see it on the landing pad. These things are gigantic.
You see it on the landing pad, but you can't fly it until you're actually in space.
It's the kind of thing that you just can't get anywhere else.
There's something about seeing a tower over in the distance and going, I know the gravity's low here. I think I can make that jump.
My favorite part is biomes, spaceships,
audio design,
planets, the day-night cycle.
Those details matter to me.
Diplomacy.
Those details matter to you? What about, like, where's my end game? I want to build a galactic empire. You've been working on this game for 8 years.
Exploration, freedom, the ending.
Vasco, obviously.
I love the robot so much.
The incredible amount of worlds we created.
Sniper rifles, come on. Lever action, rocket launcher.
Brain sprout. I love, but some people might find creepy. I know that's right, Ben. The thing that I enjoy most about the game is the freedom to be who you want to be.
It's a constant. Be who you want to be. Go where you want to go. Do what you want to do. Yeah, I want to sit here on the beach with Biff.
Do what you want to do. It's what you've come to expect from a Bethesda title, but on a much bigger scale.
I like that image right there. I want to know more about what's going on. I don't care about the main story. I want to know what the replayability is. Like, okay, I know I'm going to farm resources. I'm going to work on mods. I need all those resources to make better mods, better gear, better ammo. But what's the longevity? I don't know. Where, like in skill system, but where is the grand... Where's the grand picture here? You know, this is an opportunity to build your own galactic empire. And I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that system, those systems. Some of those ideas were introduced in Fallout 4. And I thought, this is remarkable. This is unbelievable. Some of those systems are kind of introduced there. So that I want to set up outposts. I want to... You know, I don't want to take what you've built necessarily. I want to use what you've built so that I can build my own empire. And you know what I mean? Something like that. I don't know. I feel like I don't know what my end game is here.
On behalf of all of us, we can't wait for you to play Starfield and make your own special moments.
Let's go. Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
I've watched this probably 4 times now. I really, you know, it almost feels like watching this again. I almost feel like this game is 5 years too late. That's how I feel right now. It's 5 years too late. I didn't buy it last night. Normally I would have already bought the game. I don't know yet. I just don't know yet if this is just going to be boring or not. I got to find out if there's some kind of end game here that I could do. I want to put down, and that's another problem with No Man's Sky. I mean, they made it to where there's just no reason to really do anything. They created the product value chart, and there's no reason to make the end game products. I need a sustainable thing here. I want to build a galactic empire, you know, through trade and through building outposts and connecting and diplomacy and making contracts and set up trade stations or systems or, I mean, what is this? I don't know yet. I need more information. I have not purchased the game yet. I really want to be hyped about this. But I just haven't seen anything that's like satisfactory. It's like, where's the end game? I need a reason to continue playing. I can't just RP all day long. I need a reason to RP. I want to find out that guy that runs the economy. I want to see the economic part of this. And can I start setting things up to where it's automated at some point? Just like when you're connecting settlements in Fallout 4, a game that's 2015. As much as I'm excited about Starfield because I've been talking about it for years, I definitely have some concerns here. You know what I mean? I don't know what you guys think. And I'm not trying to just say, I don't dislike games just because I dislike them. You know, I'm just trying to look at things, experience it, and then try to clear my mind of what everyone else is saying about it. And just think, something just doesn't feel right here right now after watching this a fourth time. Why am I not more excited? I see a lot of No Man's... This has been done. Give me something new. Something new. I want to live in this world. I want to work this world. I want to connect this world. I want to create an empire in this world. I'm not seeing, where is the tie-ins here on all this? There's so much more. There's got to be something I'm missing. There's got to be more to this. There's something I'm missing here. And I know there's probably other people that are going to do what I'm doing. And they're going to watch these things, and they're going to have 3,000 viewers, and they're going to frickin' cover your kids' ears. They're going to just ejaculate all over the game. And I'm not going to do that. You know, I'm counting on this game. I got Diablo 4, and I'm counting on this game to be great. I'm not seeing like anything right now that's like, I got No Man's Sky, which I already bought a long time ago, and I'm just looking to see where's my end game here. I'm not sure yet. Yes, New Atlantis, some of these cities and planets are going to be amazing. Walking around, interacting with people, someone's going to say, hey, can you help me find my sister? Because that's what, that's what Bethesda does. I guarantee you, you're going to walk in and it's going to be, someone's going to come up to you and say, can you help me find my sister? And you're going to go on a quest to go help find a sister. Like, I don't know if that's enough. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's enough. Who works there? Who works there that says, guys, let's take some of these amazing ideas from Fallout 4. Remember when we connected settlements in Fallout 4 and we had people working there and stuff? Let's make sure to implement a youth system like that here. I don't know if it has that. I have no idea. I hope they come out with more stuff before I purchase the game. Guys, I have not purchased this game yet. There's a reason. Normally, I would have already pulled the trigger on this. I don't know. Why have I not bought this game? Something is missing. Something is missing here. I don't know what it is, but something is missing. It's beautiful, and the game is beautiful. There is no beta. This is a standalone solo play game. No beta. The best you can do is you can purchase the $100 package and get 5 days early access. I already talked initially. you're landing on the planet and you're going into space or cutscenes. Fine. You know, we got to deal with it. So if that's what it's the way it's going to be, you're going to focus on your two realms, your space realm and your planet realm. Everything I'm seeing so far is like, look, this is No Man's Sky right here. What have you done to really put this game over the top? Like, if I can build a galactic empire somehow in many different ways, that would set you apart, and that would give me endgame to work on. They don't even have a product value tree here. No Man's Sky blew it on that, but they don't have that here as far as I know, where you're working up a tree and then you've got endgame products that maybe you slot into your ship to make it faster. I don't know if they have that. You've got these biodomes, hydroponics. You have them in No Man's Sky. I eventually realized, why am I even doing this? There's no reason. You have it all, but there's no reason to do it. Here, there's hydroponics. Like, I'm going to make foods, and so that's going to give me a buff or something, or a heal. You know, I want to create, I'm settling planets. I'm putting an outpost on a planet. Let me continue with that and create an empire, maybe a galactic empire, my own galactic empire. And eventually they'll be set it and forget it. You know, it'll continue with that type of thing. I'm not seeing a vast system like that here. This looks very flat to me so far. But I don't know if there's No Man's Sky right there. No Man's Sky right there. We've done this before. I've done all of this before. I've done all of this. It's got the same stuff. Where is the new systems? The new systems to really push it, to tie everything together into a going thing to where it's an end game to where I could just continue to work it. We've done this already. All of this stuff we've done. Countless hours. No Man's Sky years ago. So I haven't purchased this game yet. And I'm trying to figure out why. Why have I not? Why have I not? Everything they've shown, I've pretty much done already. I better get. I want to find. I got to see more of what's. Is there any surprises that we don't know about here? Any surprises?
Nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Going around barren planets scanning stuff, I've done it for hundreds of hours in No Man's Sky. It looks good. I love the way it looks. It's beautiful. Your lighting is nice. Your sound is good. Your guns are great. But what is going to keep me going? I don't know. I don't need launch fuel, that's for sure, apparently, because it's a cutscene. Here's all these structures. They're pre-built here. They're placed in as you come to a planet. We've done all this already. We've done all this, and maybe this looks prettier. I don't know. Where's that thing that I'm going to keep working in this game? So here's this outpost. This Fallout 76 right here. What am I, like, how big structures can I build? What can I do with this? Is this the beginning of building my empire? Of putting down these outposts and then maybe connect them together and maybe get people in there. They mate and have kids and it's a growing system. I don't know. Look how small it is. They just showed the border. They just showed the border right there. Look at that. Isn't this the border? Your outposts are not very big. So what is the system here? It's like, here's your outpost, build this down, put this down, extract resources, and that's all you can do. I don't know. This is Fallout 76 right here. And this is No Man's Sky. Where's the grand plan on this game? Where's the grand plan for you that's your end game goal? Fallout 4 had this thing where you're connecting settlements. And I just remember when I first saw that and did it, I'm like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. And then you got people going back and forth between settlements, moving stuff or whatever. I'm like, this is like, you know, and then when you're building in Fallout 4, when you're building your town, it almost looks more interesting than this. In Fallout 4, when you're creating buildings and laying stuff in, it almost looks better than this. You're taking an existing town, breaking everything down, that feeling of immersion, and I don't know. There's a lot of questions here about this. A lot of questions. I just go back to one thing. Why haven't I purchased this game yet? Because there's something wrong. There's something I don't feel right about. Okay, so we got an hour and 15 minutes. That's good. It went by much quicker than I thought. So that's going to be my full coverage of Starfield until they come out with a new video that's going to excite me. I'm probably going to buy the game. I mean, obviously. But I don't see any reason to do any more coverage. This is it. Here's that's all No Man's Sky right here. I've seen this and done this all before. Where does it all tie in together? Where? Workstations? I've done it all over and over again. All this stuff I've done over and again. Why would I make a video? Oh, guys, look, I think I know how foods are made. I think I saw how foods are made. Look, they showed an image, and let's talk about it. So I don't see any reason to do any more like video coverage or streams unless they come out with something really big between now and launch. The biggest thing for me was the purchase price, and is there a beta? There is no beta. There's early access for another $30. Base game is $70. If you spend $100, you get 5 days early access, and they give you some junk. They give you a toaster oven if you spend the $100, in addition to 5 days early access. I don't think it's someone that just, so it's going to be a fun game, nothing new. I'm just seeing like nothing, like where is the true end game? You know, where's the true end game? I've done all this stuff before. And I want to, like, I know there's interesting characters. Fallout 4 had interesting characters, but Fallout 4, you tore down an existing town. You rebuilt it. You got people there by putting a radio tower up. You got them working. You did it to another settlement. You connected settlements. I'm not buying the game yet until I see more. I want to make sure I'm confident in my purchase. No, single player's fine. Ozzy's talking about the fact that this is a single player game. And I mean, I'm okay with that because I usually I'm okay with that because it's actually, I don't even consider this a single player game. In essence, because there's so many characters in this game that I'm actually playing with other people. They're just not real people. They're in-game characters, and there's so many of them and so many different personalities. It's going to feel like I'm not playing a single-player game. But if you're going to make a single-player game, that's your chance to really go crazy with certain systems. What's my end game? My big question is, what is my end game? I don't know. I want to build a galactic empire. I don't think it's going to work that way. Now, I know there's going to be ships you're going to interact with when you're in space. You do trade. Now, if they have some good gear and stuff for trade, and they're like, look, I need all these resources, I need all this stuff, and you're like, well, let me go work my farm. Let me go work my outposts and accumulate. And then I'll be ready to trade in the future, and I'll get better stuff. I need to see more. I need to see all those systems. When they said trade, how does that work? How does all that work? There's a lot of questions here for me. Because I already did this. I already done all this before. I loved in Fallout 4. Setting up settlements, connecting settlements, all that kind of stuff. I'm kind of excited that we're finally getting this game, but I'm not overly excited. I don't know. I know there's a main storyline. I just don't know, like, what I'm gonna do. Like, I don't know. Now, I'm trying to be the devil's advocate here with myself. I want to look at the negative because Bjorn started this today with the negative. So I'm trying to go negative right now, is what I'm trying to do, instead of just being all positive. So I'm trying to be negative, and this is the best I can do. See what I'm saying? I'm doing this on purpose. I'm trying to be negative. Disable board take. Yeah, I was looking at some good stuff. I like that you can board other ships, smash them all, steal the ship, take it. Here's your outpost. The planets look cool. I mean, I could see myself spending a lot of time on a lot of things in this game. No doubt. Yeah, anyway, so I'm just looking over chat to see if there's anything of interest. Some things are just not interesting to me, so I'm not going to respond to it. Sorry. They don't show... the end game is the story, then to me, that's not enough. Unless I have to do a bunch of stuff in order to get to the end game of the story, you know. Like, we need X number of materials, and we need all this, and we need all this, and we need all this, we need to go do this, need to do this. I need all these things put together through this upgrade systems, and then you got to make that, turn it in, and then that will access to this other thing where the next part of the artifact comes. I don't know. Maybe it's all driven that way, where you're going to build your empire, but it's going to be done through the story. That would be okay. That would be pretty cool. So you ain't finishing the story for maybe 1,000 hours. That would be nice. That would be nice. Yeah, your end game is to finish the story. It's going to take you 2,000 hours to do it, possibly. That would be fun. That would be fun. Yeah, you got to upgrade your GPU. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to buy it. You guys know that. You have to make sandwiches. Yeah. Do I care what the story is? It depends. If it serves, you know, if it's form meets function, then, you know. But do I care about someone's background? If they just wants to tell a story about his background and it doesn't serve any purpose for me, I don't really care that much. Okay, this says a date of September 6th. If you buy the $100 package, you're going to get in on what, September 1st? Apparently, which is a Friday. A Friday is September 1st. It's $100. That's a lot of sandwiches. $100 is a lot of sandwiches. There is a missing piece. There's a lot of stuff to love in this video. There is a missing piece to me. There's a missing piece. And maybe the story is where that missing piece is going to be. I don't know. I think a lot of the stuff you're doing is so that you can do crafting, to make mods and stuff like that for your weapons, which again, that's Fallout 4-ish. So there's plenty of progression systems, but I just wish there was some grand scheme of things, you know, some grand scheme. But maybe it's there, maybe it's in the story. That is going to be it for my coverage on Starfield. I've been having such a good time in Fallout 4. Such a good time. Not Fallout 4, Diablo 4. So I'll be back on Diablo 4. 4. Too many 4s. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, I want to give my take on this. I've watched this 3 or 4 times. I'm not going to go into detailed deep dive on the deep dive. So that's it. I don't see any reason to do any further on this. I want to wait to see if there's anything more coming out from them. And if there's some vignette videos that go deeper into some of these, then we'll watch those. But that's probably going to be about it. Thanks, guys, for coming in today. Anyone on YouTube that's made it this far, I do appreciate it. This stream was mainly meant for YouTube. No offense to the people that had come into chat today. It was mainly for YouTube, so I don't have to do this. I could do this while streaming at the same time. And yeah, so next streams I do will be Diablo 4. Thanks, guys. Have a great day, and hope to see you again on future streams. And we will be, I guarantee you I'll be buying this game, absolutely. And we will be streaming Starfield in early access on September 1st, if that's the date, okay? That's, I mean, you know, obviously. Thank you. Thanks, Thor. Thanks, other people for coming in. Yukon, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. Aussiemex, thanks for stopping by. And hope to see you guys next time. If you're on YouTube, please come over to Twitch and follow me. Also, I'm on Kick now, too. Same name on Kick. I just haven't done a stream there yet. But there will be streams on Kick in the future. Why? Because Twitch is a piece of utter trash. That's why. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.